Hey there, it's Elby. How you doing today? So 40 businesses, right? And $10,000 down the drain is basically what it took for me to learn how to work successfully online. That's a lot of money, right? But let me tell you, I was that guy Napoleon Hill wrote about in the warning chapter, right? What not to do, right? But somewhere around failure number 37, I stumbled into three ingredients that basically flipped everything upside down for me. And that was partly because of my mentor that helped me as well. And two of the three things has nothing to do with what you're actually selling. Isn't that crazy? So here's what those three ingredients are really quick. Number one is enthusiasm. All right. You may wonder, what? Didn't expect that one. Number two, specialized knowledge. Okay. Number three is the actual asset that you're selling. Okay. Simple list, but most people get all these three wrong. Okay. And getting them wrong is expensive. Okay. Right. I know better than anybody because look at me, look how much money I spent. Right. So let me show you exactly why these ingredients count. All right. Ingredient number one is enthusiasm is your greatest asset. You probably never thought of enthusiasm as an asset before. Okay. But it is. All right. But here's the thing is it needs fuel. Okay. It not just emotion. It has to be based on something real. Right. You can't fake enthusiasm. I mean, not for long, right? Not for the kind of long that it actually takes to build something real. All right. You have to have something that you're actually really genuinely interested in. All right. And that means that before you sell it to somebody else, right, you need to sell it to yourself first. You see what I'm saying? Okay. It's not just sell anything that comes across. You have to really believe in it, right? And not with hype, right? With actual truth. All right. Now, here's some things I want to really share with you that can really help. Napoleon Hill laid out 13 steps to success, right? In the book called Think and Grow Rich. Maybe you've heard of it. And they're not just things to know, they're things to do. Okay. Things like having a real desire. If you don't have a real desire to succeed in what you're doing, you're not, right? Persistence. You don't persist, you won't succeed. Mastermind. You have to have people around you that believe in you. And we have those people that you can plug into. All right. Organized planning, right? What are you going to do? What steps are you going to take? Right? And making a decision, making a firm decision and sticking with it, right? Is one of those 13 things, right? Having faith in yourself, so important. I can't even share with you more about that. I mean, I can't. I could, but I don't have time. But it's so important. Using your imagination and basically using your imagination to see the end in mind, right? And so many people don't do this. They don't look and see what is the end result that they want, and then work it backwards. You see what I'm saying? Right? And work it backwards to where you are right now. And all these things really, really matter. But there's one principle that connects directly to the actual money, and that brings us to ingredient number two. All right, we already talked about enthusiasm and being your asset. And then number two, pay close attention here because this is where most people completely skip over this, okay, is specialized knowledge. All right. And this is actually what you're really selling, right? Especially in the internet, in affiliate marketing. And here's the thing that most people miss, right? So when you're earning $500 to $1,500 a day, you're not really selling a product, at least not in affiliate marketing, you're not. You're usually selling specialized knowledge, all right? And you're selling transformation, all right? In other words, what's the difference between what a millionaire knows and what we know, right? Well, if you knew, you'd probably be a millionaire too. That's how important information is and acting on the information. All right. So you're selling transformation. Okay. In HBA, and there's three programs I want to talk to you about. And this is the first one. HBA, that's financial literacy, right? How to grow your business properly in every financial respect, right? In a second program, Savings Highway Global, it's my Millionaire Mind, how to think and act like a millionaire. Doesn't that sound exciting? All right. In the Power Lead system, it's the Master Traffic Institute. And this is basically a complete course built around some of the most successful marketers in the country on how they drove massive amounts of traffic, right, to their businesses, right? So these aren't just products on a shelf, right? They're knowledge assets, right? And here's the critical part, right? to sell them with conviction, you need to own them yourself, right? Or else you won't sell them hardly at all. I mean, honestly, unless you believe in them, you won't get anywhere, right? You need to have gone through the material, right? Actually read it, implemented it, right? And actually see the difference that it makes. So you actually have a conviction about what you're selling. You're not just trying to sell stuff to people. You're not just using emotional triggers to sell stuff. You're actually bringing real conviction here. And that's what sells real life. And I don't mean selling, trying to manipulate people, right? I'm trying to actually help people, right? And when you have conviction that comes from real experience, it's something that people can honestly feel, right? It's what separates people who basically who are able to get sales from those that people who just send out links trying, right? So here's where it gets actually practical, right? Specialized knowledge also means basically mastering what my mentor taught me is 6 critical marketing skills. Okay. And so let me break these down to you real quick because skipping over these skills will cost you, right? Just like just like it cost me, right? One, and I'll say this in a way that you can hopefully remember it. If you advertise to a lot of people, all right, and you catch their attention, number 2 is catching their attention, all right, then they will fill out the information and you will start to build your list. And building your list is number 3. All right. But you can have the biggest list in the world. All right. But if you don't learn how to do number 4, which is communicate properly with them, okay, that's like creating a spark between you and them. You know, like a spark plug in your car. You have a great car, but no, you have gas in there and the car was working fine, but no spark plug, no work. Right. Right. So if you have a biggest list in the world, but you don't know how to create a spark between you and your list, and don't know how to create communication between you and list, might as well throw the list in the trash, right? So that's skill number 4 is learning how to turn your list basically from cold to warm to hot, like putting a pot on the stove, right? Cold subscribers who know your name, right? Warm ones that like you, and hot ones who trust you. See what I'm saying? And trust is where the big ticket sales really happen. Here's what happens. Your warm list, they'll buy small, okay? But your hot list, they buy expensive. And why is that? Because they're aligned with your vision. You see what I'm saying? So, does that make sense? So, critical skill number 4 is communication. Critical skill number 5 is understanding funnels, right? Kind of like when you walk into Walmart, it's kind of like an offline funnel, right? I'm talking about online funnels, but offline funnels kind of you walk into Walmart for a thing of milk, and you walk out with a TV and 5 other things, right? So that's an offline funnel. Well, our funnel, which is the YBY funnel, it walks people through all 3 programs and the advantages that they have and how each one helps you achieve your high helps you achieve high ticket sales across multiple income streams. All right. And so your funnel is so important, right? That's where you make the money. All right. So critical skill number 6, okay, is mindset. Okay. Learning and applying the 13 steps I just told you about, right? Desire, faith, persistence, right? This will keep you in the game long enough to actually get good at the skills 1 through 5. See what I'm saying? That's the real key. Okay. Knowledge without application, right? If you have head knowledge, but you don't actually do it, then basically it's just like a hobby. You know what I'm saying? You have to have head knowledge and you have to do it, right? You need both. You need them running at the same time, right? So ingredient number 3 is to actually buy the asset. So number 1 is enthusiasm. Okay, you have to have enthusiasm. It's your greatest asset, the biggest one, the greatest asset. Okay, number 2 is you have to have specialized knowledge. You need to know what you're doing. You have to have the right knowledge, how to implement it, and also you're selling specialized knowledge too. Okay, all right. So, and number 3, right, and this is where most people fail. Most people stay broke, right? They want to earn. Basically, most people want to earn from something they haven't invested in themselves. right? And because they don't invest in it, they don't believe in it. And because they don't believe in it, they don't use it, it doesn't work, right? It's never worked, all right? And deep down, you know it, right? That's why they can't sell it, all right, with any real confidence. You know what I'm saying? So here's the breakdown, right? The three programs, HPA's financial literacy package is basically $800. I'm sorry, $500, right? It's 500 if you grab it during your first 7 days, that is, right? And after that, it goes up to 1,000. Okay. And here's the cool thing: is you earn 80% commissions. I didn't say 50%. Even the 50 would have been really amazing, right? 80% commissions. What? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Well, it's actually really true, right? And this company's been around since 2016, and I've made so much money from it. It's really awesome. So anyway, basically at the $500 level, you're earning $400. Okay. If you sell it for 1,000, you're earning $800. Isn't that amazing? Right? Now, the second program is Savings Highway Global, okay, and My Millionaire Mind, right? And that's going for $1,500, and you earn $700 per sale. That's somewhere around the vicinity of 50%, which is still really good, right? And it teaches you some amazing stuff, and you get to hang out with people that are going to help you to learn how to become a millionaire. All right. So, Power Lead System is the Master Traffic Institute, and that's going for $1,500. All right, and basically, guess what? You earn $1,000 per sale. All right, that's pretty great, huh? $1,500 and you earn $1,000. And there's also an all-in package where it's $2,000 and you earn $1,500. Really amazing, right? So these are life-changing packages that can earn you a lot of money. Now, let me explain the strategy behind stacking these three programs together because the structure matters. Okay, think of it like your right hand and your left hand. All right. Can you do that for me? All right. Your right hand is HBA. Okay. Sorry, we got to apply. And HBA is like where you have the most direct control over your income. All right. 80% commissions, right? From your own efforts, not from your team, from yourself, from your own efforts. Okay. Basically, you sell it and you earn it straight up. All right. No complications. Fast, clean, simple. Don't have to do any kind of like flipping with your mind what happens next, right? Now on your left hand, okay, that's where the leverage comes in. That's Savings Highway Global. Okay, the other program I was mentioning, and Power Lead System. Okay, these are where you basically earn from your team's efforts. Not only are you earning 50% commissions, right, which is still amazing, but even on levels down, you're actually earning from your team's efforts, a little, a piece of the pie, so to speak. All right. With SHG, you earn 50% commissions on your very first level. All right. Plus $1 on each of 10 levels deep. Now, $1 is not much, but you have to remember that's at the $20. That's at the gold member, right? $20 you earn $20 for the very first month, and then you earn $10 per month residual, and then you earn $1 on all the other levels down. All right, and I'm just giving you an overview, right? If you want to actually see the compensation plan and see exactly how it all the details, then you can ask me later and I'll show you. All right, but basically, that's kind of the idea of the gold memberships, kind of like how it kind of works, even at the higher levels, right? Again, you have to see the compensation plan for all the specific details. But I just wanted to give you an overview of exactly what's happening right here, right? So you're basically earning from the efforts of your team. All right. Now with PLS, here's how it works. The first time you sell each level, okay, the payment passes up to someone who's qualified above you, right? And that's one time. All right. After that, you earn it for life. Okay. And the reason why it passes up is so that you can earn from the efforts of other people. All right. And this gets exciting. So hear me out. Okay. So you basically earn it every single time. Once you're qualified, once you've made the first qualifying sale, your future sale at that level is always $1,000. Okay. Over and over and over again, it's yours. But here's where it gets deeper. All right. When your buyer, that's the person you brought in who bought it for 1,000. Okay. When your buyer brings in their own buyer, okay, that first sale passes up as well to whoever's qualified, right? Which could be you, right? Right. So once you're qualified and you can basically earn from every time you qualify on each level, like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. They each earn you that $1,000, right? So that's from other people that your level 1 is you, okay? That's you earning, okay, from your efforts. But level 2 is someone else, right? Level 3 is someone else, right? And it could all pass up to you, all right, if you're qualified. So that's exciting. That's called perpetual leverage, all right? And it's how a single qualified position turns into $1,000 plus from actions of people that you'd never even spoken to in your whole life. Right? And does it take patience? Yeah, absolutely. To qualify, you have to have patience, but the math compounds, right? And once the leverage starts moving, right, it doesn't stop just because you took the day off. See what I'm saying? So, 80% commissions is awesome. Okay. But eventually you want to stop working. You need to take some time off or whatever it is you need to do. You want to go on vacation or you want, to take a sabbatical or whatever, right? At that point, the income from your team is really going to make a huge difference because that's leveraged income. So you need to have your right hand and your left hand working, so to speak, right? So here's the full picture, right? Earning from your right hand and from your own direct sales gives you speed and control because you control it. All right. Earning from your left hand, right, basically allows you to earn from your team's activity and gives you scale and leverage. See what I'm saying? If you build them together, both your right hand and your left hand, they don't just build income, they build the kind of income that stacks over time, whether you're working or not, right? And even with HBA, that's monthly residual income that you're earning from the efforts that you did last year or last month or whatever, right? So that's amazing, right? The three ingredients. But just so you know, with high ticket items, that's not a monthly thing. Okay, so if you're earning 1,000 or 500 or whatever, usually that's not a monthly residual income. Although Savings Highway Global, it could be a yearly thing. Okay, so basically, real quick, the three ingredients, one more time. I want you to really hear these because they're basically the difference between those who watches videos like this, for 3 years and someone who actually builds something real, right? So number one is enthusiasm. And that's basically selling yourself and becoming the person who takes all 13 steps seriously, right? Not someday, right? Right, right now, right? And the window where basically it costs you the least, okay, is always right now. Because, if you do it now, you don't have to relearn it later, right? Number two, specialized knowledge. So enthusiasm, specialized knowledge. Basically, buy the courses, learn the material, master the 6 critical skills I was talking about. This is critical. This is specialized knowledge, right? What I told you about the 6 critical skills, okay? About advertising, catching their attention, building a list, communicating, using a funnel, okay? Having having mindset, right, to stick in there. These 6 skills, these are all part of specialized knowledge. All right. And so having enthusiasm based on the knowledge that you have, okay? And then owning the asset that allows you to earn is what's going to make it all come together for you, right? When you buy the asset yourself, you develop a conviction. You develop a real, I like this, I love this, I really want to sell this to people because it will help them just as much as it helps me, right? That's real. That's for real right there. All right. And you can sell them over and over again with integrity, right? Basically, you're turning $1 into $2. All right. And eventually it compounds far beyond your initial investment. Right. And so here's the thing I really want you to sit with for a second, okay? Is that most people who watch a video like this will nod along and close the tab and basically do exactly what they've always done, right? But the 3 ingredients I just laid out aren't complicated, right? They're not rocket science. They're not secret. They just require a decision that you can make right now, right? make it before you're ready, not after you're ready, right? By the way, uh, if you want to get started and find out more about this, then basically go to freedomwithalby.com. Freedom with Alby, A-L-B as in boy, I-E, freedomwithalby.com. All right. And it walks you through a turnkey system that pays up to 80% commissions, and does the selling for you. So you're not starting from zero, trying to figure out funnels and follow up everything on your own. And the link is in the description below. This is Albie. You have a wonderful day. I hope this really helped you.